Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Kleneski here on this Wednesday morning. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms not being depicted too well on Futurecast here. Most of the activity is basically from north of Kearney to about York and then northward. So it's kind of being depicted well, but there are some scattered showers, thunderstorms, non-severe. I am not worried about severe weather today, but heavy rainfall, maybe some tiny hail, some frequent lightning. With that, as that eventually pushes to the east, there's still going to be a few hit or miss showers and isolated thunderstorms later this afternoon through about supper time. Once we get into this evening and overnight tonight, it looks quiet, clear skies. One last pretty decent night out there tonight, and then we start to bring in the heat tomorrow. Breezy south and southwest winds, warmer temperatures ahead of us as we look ahead to your Thursday. As temperatures start to heat up into the 90s, that's just the beginning of hot weather ahead of us into the weekend. Friday or Thursday night, it's going to stay warm and breezy out there. Watch for some thunder showers, at least isolated across northern Nebraska. This model doesn't show anything, but this area does have a chance of maybe a few isolated thunderstorms. And in fact, the Storm Prediction Center agrees with that. There's basically a frontal boundary, a warm front right there. So that's kind of the area we'll be watching for. You can kind of see the change in the wind direction there near Highway or Interstate 90 in South Dakota. But if that front's any farther south, then yeah, we could see something clip northern Nebraska. So there is a marginal risk of severe storms out for Thursday night across north central and northeast Nebraska. Most of us, I'm even iffy on non-severe thunderstorms. I think most of us don't even see anything. We're more than likely, maybe east towards Omaha, but most of us will see quiet weather for several days to come. Highs today, upper 70s, low to mid 80s. The warmest temperatures in the southwest, coolest in the northeast. Looking at that zone forecast around the area, and you can see it again, not overly hot yet. It'll be warm, but not overly hot yet. Highs into the upper 70s, lower 80s in the northwest. Still a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms this morning. It's smaller chance later today. Once you go towards the western parts of those areas, this more of the sand hills here, probably going to stay dry. Probably dry in the southwest too, with more and more sun the farther southwest you go. Mid 80s, maybe even upper 80s. We'll go low 80s around Loop City, Minden. Small chance of rain yet today. Southeastern areas, a chance of rain. A few more clouds around. Low and mid 80s for highs. 84 around Belleville, Kansas, and Fairbury. 82 in Geneva. 81 Central City. The coolest areas where the best chance of a few hit or miss showers and thunderstorms will be today. Upper 70s and lower 80s. So warm but not too hot yet. It's coming though in the days ahead. Let's take a look at tonight's forecast. Tonight's lows, not bad, cool. 50s and 60s for lows. Those are going to warm up as well in the days ahead. We're going to get hot tomorrow. Highs into the 90s, upper 90s in southwest Nebraska. This is just the beginning though. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Warm night ahead. Thursday night and Friday morning, upper 60s and low to mid 70s. Friday, most of us above 100, maybe upper 90s, but otherwise triple digits. Could be as high as 105 or 106 in southwest Nebraska. So we're starting to talk some dangerous heat out there. So we look ahead to Friday night, Saturday morning. Not much relief at night. Lows in the 70s, near 80 in Omaha. And then looking ahead to Saturday, we've got another hot day ahead above 100 to 106 in most spots. And I think, you've got Nebraska land days, high heat. Hopefully people are going to have some of the good liquids, not just the alcoholic beverages. On hot days like this, you need to have some water and some sports drinks. Omaha, we got the College World Series continuing for the next several days, including the championship series starting this weekend. Plenty of heat there as well. Now, thankfully, those games are more towards the evening, but even then, not much relief then, so it's still going to be high temperatures there. All right, let's take a look at your extended forecast, as there will eventually be some relief on the way. Now, one thing I want to show you here now as we look at the weekend here, or as we get into the weekend, the hottest days will be Friday and Saturday. I've debated throwing in a weather alert day Sunday. It's still going to be pretty toasty there on Sunday. Monday's kind of a weird day, as we're going to have a cold front that moves in Sunday night into Monday, but it's going to be slicing through the area Monday. So some places are still going to be very toasty and maybe not as hot to the northwest. We've also got numerous showers and thunderstorms that will develop along that front later in the day, Monday into Monday night. More showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday, and the cooler air is starting to build in there. I'm going to go into the forecast editor in a little bit and show you what we could be seeing with temperatures as we get into early next week here, so hang tight. Let's look at that extended outlook, as we will cool down for a few days, then warm up late next week. But again, more active weather next week, which will be kind of nice to have the rain chances return after this high heat we're going to be dealing with for a few days. Again, hot weather ahead of us Friday and Saturday. It may start to cool down a little bit already on Sunday in North Platte with that front approaching. Thunderstorms possible by Sunday night. More chances Monday late into Monday night, Tuesday, and it's going to be much cooler on Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll start to warm up later next week with still some active weather around. All right, now here's where I go into my forecast editor, so my camera's going to go away, but I'll keep the things going here. So there's Saturday, but I'm going to change this to Sunday, so watch what happens as we get into Sunday and then Monday and Tuesday. So here's Sunday. Upper 70s in the northwest part of the state. Most of us are still going to be well into the 90s on Sunday. So it's still going to be pretty hot for most of us. Then look what happens on Monday with the cold front now slicing through the area. Very warm in the southeast, much cooler in the northwest. But I will tell you right now, there are some models that are still going 90s in southeast Nebraska. This is one forecast model. It's all going to depend on where that front ends out. You know, if this model has the front right here, some models have the front way back here to the northwest, as my graphics look like they're trying to freeze up on me. I apologize. I may have just broken my my system here. Oh, here we go. But some models are going, you know, the cold front right here in those areas. So it's all about where the cold front lines up. And that could also mean, again, thunderstorms returning to the forecast, lighting up along that frontal boundary later in the day. And then by Tuesday, most of us are now in the cool sector, but still could be warm in the southeast, so that front still could be in the vicinity, which means we're going to see numerous opportunities for rain and thunderstorms. Let's check out some things here. First off, the long-range outlooks. Still looking at near to a little bit above average temperature-wise, basically through the end of the month into next Tuesday, the 1st of July here. And you saw that the warmth is going to start to build back in as we get towards those final days of June. On the 10-day forecast, as we get to final days of next week, I should say. And then again, moisture, still opportunities for rain and thunderstorms in the long-term part of the forecast. All right, with that, I do need to go for today. I am going to actually be taking off an extra day today, or this week. I'm going to be off tomorrow and on Friday, so Luke will be filling in for me the next couple of days. I will be back with you on Monday. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye.